Hello, guys. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. This is Marhel Reacts, and I just finished watching the Big Brother Australia 2021 episode 28, and this is the reaction so far. Before that, don't forget to follow me on my social media accounts. On Twitch, Marhel P, Marhel Reacts on my YouTube account, and on Twitter at MarXXV. So underscore MarXXV. So tonight let's have these thoughts on my reaction on this episode. So let's go through the clips. So we have seen the final six celebrating or like having these conversations outside, and they were happy that they are the final six. So they have really these conversations, congratulating everyone, and have reflections about Adriana who left the game, you know and Christina was happy about that she had won. She had still been a part of the game because she thought that she had the potential to leave the house on the previous eviction. So we have seen these clips, and then Ari and SJ were kind of like suspicious about as Sid, Danielle, and Marley talking outside, and Ari was paranoid about their conversation. Maybe they have their deals again, deals everywhere because Daniel is part of that conversation. And yeah, so he tries to sneak out in that conversation, and both Sid and Danielle are being silent, and he knows that if there's the conversations become silent, there's something's going on, and he is right in that. Okay, he's good. So here we have seen Christina had her thoughts on the diary room and saying that you know um she's happy that she's saved, and yeah. So they have also conversation with SJ that they will not put each other up on the block because it's a girls battle last episode. So right now they will be safe with each other. So that's it. Yeah, so that's what happens in this first part of the episode. May the best girl win, as they say. So here, Daniel tries to talk to Christina about his plan on vote nominating the three boys. So he's like telling Christina and SJ is safe with him, but but Christina's not buying with that. So here now his target is Daniel. So because Daniel has been doing dirty moves against her. So I've been rooting for Christina a long time. He used Daniel on the 5 versus 5 when the final 10 came up. He was in Daniel's alliance, but after how many conversations he had learned, he just wanted to get rid of Daniel. So that's what basically happens, and then on going in early time, the early episode, we have seen this nomination challenge, where there's two stages on this challenge, where um where yeah, Sid is hungry to win the game. So for today's challenge, you will be not maneuvering five balls from the left side going to the other side. So they have to transport those five balls in that wiry, what do you call that? One attempt to land them in five separate vessels. The first person to complete the two stages will win the nomination challenge. And I've seen this challenge just before in Big Brother US and Canada, which I love it because I got to see this again on Big Brother Australia. So this part, two of this, each of these stages were from different competitions. They're not united. They were simply separated from different occasions. So I'm happy that they put it in the same competition. So that's good. I love it. So we're in the second week showdown challenge. So the nomination challenge winner will cast a vote to nominate three nominees, but they have the chance. The three nominees had the chance to play a game for a showdown, and one of them who wins will be saved from the game, and the two nominees remaining will battle it out on the eviction night. So Big Brother just told them that the person will be leaving on the same day that they have the nomination and the showdown challenge. So this episode that just happened in one day. It's day 61. So they were like they thought that the showdown challenge will happen the next day, but that's not happening. So I'm happy that early in this episode we got to see challenges and game strats. Not no more house task, please. No more. So we have seen these housemates are really struggling on the first part of this competition, but Christina nailed it. She just knows how to place her fingers, which part of the fingers that she needs to go. She insert it like she just do the two fingers like this, like that. So she made it all the way, and she hasn't failed to transport the five balls. She nailed that part. So some were a bit, you know, failing like SJ, especially Daniel is super behind. And yeah, so first that who completed the five balls was Christina, but others were still catching up with Sid, Ari, and Marley on her back. And yeah, so they were really struggling. It was really hard. So she uses her hand like a cup. That's her method. And Big Brother just announced it to everybody, and she was like, "Big Brother, you exposed my method here." So Daniel was really struggling. I don't know what him like. He really struggled. So good for him. But why am I like this? So Christina, before that, Christina ended up completing the five balls first, and Ari came her came did it second. So they were battling it out for this two posts using the two posts, and the five balls that they transport must be used to to put into each vessel. So that's what happened here. So Christina and Ari were the ones battling it out. It was super close, and Christina gets her fourth, and Ari the three balls at the same time, and there comes to the point that four balls each other, and so this is the part when yeah Christina gets it and she wins, while I was at the back of her. They were like the same, so at the same time, but Ari misses it while Christina did it and won. So they were cheering for Christina. It might like you should have evicted Christina before, okay? So I think they kind of regret of like you were at the bottom and then the next day you were at the top. Like that's how good feeling it is. So she went to the diary room and she's singing again, like what she did to Jess's eviction. She was the one who won the nomination challenge, and she was very happy. She was singing about the thought of putting up Jess, and now she's doing it to Danielle. So good for her. So she cured herself in the top five. Congratulations. She's part of the final five. So here, Big Brother told her that all the five housemates were, all the four housemates saved you from the past nomination, but Christina had just said, but you can't be that, but you can't be in that to all five housemates in here. So although they could be like regretting that they saved Christina, but Christina has to to nominate those people who saved her. So because they're running out of numbers, so you cannot really blame her for that. So in her thoughts, she don't want to put up SJ because SJ was part of her all girls battle from the past nomination challenge. From the past episode, so she just don't want to see a girl leaving again. So she kept SJ and be part of the final five as along with Marley. They have a previous conversation prior to this episode about they have the same background, and although they were really competing against each other, but they have she had a soft spot and wanted to see Marley at the end with her on the game. So I think that would happen. So that's why she is left with Ari, Sid, and Danielle on the nominations. She was happy that Danielle's there. So going forward, um, the housemates at the yard were at the pool area were guessing who would be nominated. So they were called. So the three nominees are Ari, Ari, Sid, and Danielle. So Ari was kind of like blindsided because they had this conversation before the challenge ended that I got you, you got me. So I thought that they had a deal, and so he was kind of like blindsided about it, and here in his conversation, uh, Sid was kind of like disappointed also because he thought that when Christina had pitched to him about that he wants she wants Marley and Sid to be part of the finale, and like he was blindsided also from Christina's nominations, but um she doesn't want to put up SJs when they're running out of numbers. So that's the reasoning. So Sid was kind of like a heartbroken in that way. But Danielle just came to Christina saying that don't be feeling about it bad about it, but it's okay. There's still a showdown challenge. So so that's what happened. Danielle would just say like don't be pissed. So yeah, that's what happened. So Daniel has been really apparent about getting out Sid, just because Sid just put is the responsible one who voted out Tilly prior to this week. So he wants to get revenge. So he wants to get rid of Sid. So in the next part of this episode, they have this next challenge for the showdown challenge. Danielle Danielle Sid and uh Ari battling it out for this next challenge. Okay, this show I will open it again. So this has been a hectic part of the game. Uh, you're running out of numbers, and especially you're only six, and then you're choosing three members to nominate. Like the half of the house is saved, while the half of the house is getting nominated, and damn. So people went to the yard and yeah, so they had this kind of competition where what is yeah well for today's showdown, um you will each balance on a slack line. There's a slack line below, using a series of hand ropes to help stay upright. As the challenge progresses, I will ask you to move down your slack line, holding onto the ropes that have less tension. So as you've seen in the ropes right there, the first one they have to to hold on is more tight, has more tension to grab, but as going to the next round, it's good. It's getting loose and no tension at all. So it's gonna be different. So they had this competition. So they went to the same round at the same time, with 10 seconds interval, 20 seconds interval. So it was very intense watching this competition. Although they were just standing there and just safe, just to hang their lives on that competition. So we have seen cities compose as well as Ari. They were laser focused and not really moving, while Daniel was really moving so fast. But he you know he has been like in an uneven position. He's not really comfortable in his position like this. He's been not really. He's been shaking, and yeah, so Sid was being focused. He has barely moved throughout this challenge. And yeah, so the first one who went down was Sid. He had been focused in that last round, but with a single move there, like this part, like that part, he cannot hold back. That he was just like leaning back so hard that he ended up coming down. So he was eliminated from this competition, and he was pissed. I know he was heartbroken at that point. And then Ari here was also struggling with his stroke alongside with Daniel. You can see his position here. But Sid was also saying that Ari, you should win this. So, but we have seen here that Ari he's safe from the nomination. And here Aries became emotional because he really wanted to get it far to final finale, and just the thought of losing would be a great failure in his part. And yeah, so Big Brother told him that Sid and Ari had the chance to convince their housemates to save them from the eviction. So going forward, Danny was congratulated by Big Brother for an amazing effort, and here we have seen here. So Daniel had his mind thinking that he would vote out Sid, Marley would vote out Ari, and SJ here is the deciding vote. So Christina to talk to SJ and Danielle, and Christina is very apparent about voting out Ari because Ari has been saying lies and things like that. And but when Daniel said like, okay, yeah, Ari's not trustworthy in the game, but we can take him out the next challenge. But Ari's so close each competition, you should not like underestimate him on these challenges. He's kind of good. So yeah, Daniel has like we can take him out the next round. Say this the next one to go. So they had this conversation, and that's what happened. And here Marley and Sid, Marley just said, and I will not vote you out. I would vote out Ari. And Sid was kind of happy about it, although Sid had an attempt to evict or like throw Marley under the bus, but Marley was very, very good person. He's been loyal to Sid the whole time, so he will keep his promise to keep Sid. So, what a good person he is. So, he's good. He's kind of like a good person. So, going back to the cave room, Daniel is really going hard to get out Sid because Sid is a threat to him, and he wants revenge to Tilly. So, in this conversation, they uh, yeah, so Sid is wanted to have a conversation with the others, but Daniel had stopped him from going to the cave room and like, okay, we need space. We're just talking. Let's talk later. And Sid was like, why are not letting me stick in? So he was asked by Daniel to go away, and yeah. So he can only assume that he's in SJ's and Christina's ear. So here, it all comes down to SJ's vote because one, Marley and Daniel would vote out the opposite way, and SJ is torn on who she cast her vote to because he has been working with Sid for the longest time since the day began, and also they had a good relationship with Ari. We have seen those conversations that she had with Ari. So for me, seeing SJ having this deciding vote, both of these people are her ride or die. These are the people she trusts because Ari did not lie to her, and not Sid as well. They have been working together since day one with, like when Mary and Sid were in the attic, they chose Sid to be like the one person who knows the game plan of others. So she really trusted and Sid does well as well to her. So she must be torn. And then Ari also pitched to SJ that they had a good relationship, and Ari was crying the whole day because he really wanted so bad. I can see like this final six, although I don't like Daniel, but I love this cast, regardless of the outcome, regardless of what's happening, but the passion of wanting to play in the game and wanting to play and be at the end, the drive, the passion, the motivation, it's really an inspiring, for them not to give up. For us viewers, be like, these are the people that I'm looking up to. They're just so good at, you know, they have the passion to stay in the game, and they're not really, they're not really like sitting behind and not doing anything. They really do something to get themselves off the blocks. So SJ and Sid had a conversation. Sid was like, it's a big honor for him for his, for the his people to see him at the end, because he's an immigrant of Australia. He's from India, so an Indian Australian community would see him at the end of the game would be a huge honor for him. So it must been hard for him, since he is an immigrant. But if people would see him, people would be inspired, and he also said that SJ wants to represent the older women, and he also does. So that's powerful motive there. So, and here SJ has been said she doesn't know to vote to evict. She's like, it's coming down to SJ, and SJ is crying here. We have seen a lot of crying this episode, and it's emotional. Like, these people have been bonded to each other for the past 60 days. Like, everybody had their, yeah, they're bonding towards each other for the past 60 days, and it's gonna be hard to evade those people who you bonded, who you aligned with the past time. So yeah, it must be difficult for her. And then here on the eviction room, uh, Christine Christina was acknowledged um, by Sonia that she won the challenge, as well as Danielle that is safe from the game. So yeah, so Ari, were you expecting a nomination? Although he said no, and yeah, so that's what happened here. So here it was really powerful when Sid played his.
People are not just your delivery
Yeah,
drivers
Indian
and not
people are not just delivery drivers,
just your
not just
petrol station
petrol
attendants,
station
guys. Like,
guys. They're more than that. Everybody is more than what we see. So like he really wanted to represent these types of community, being that person in the finale, that would be a great thing for him to be represented, to be able to represent. So, and also Ari's case here, he really wanted to stand there in the top three. They're all crying there when Sonia asked her about his experience. He cried. These people really love the game so badly that you have the soft spot for these people. Even you don't like these people, but you have seen that these people are really wanted to play the game and to be safe and be in the finale. But there's only three people that needs to be there, and there will be people that you need to cut off. There will be people who's going home just to make sure of yourself, that you need to survive another day. So that's gonna be hard thing. So Mali had Sid had Marley's vote, Ari had Daniel's vote. So it comes down to SJ at this point, and so they had this nomination already. So SJ has been torn about, who, like the way she talks about, it's not about the person who's trust, but it's about who you can benefit along the way, longer in the game. So she's torn because she loves these two people. So with this, Ari received one vote, while Sid has been evicted with two votes, and they were hugging, and crying. sorry for the vote, blah blah blah. So it's I my God. For me, I rooted for Sid for the longest time I could remember since day one, and uh, I think Sid has really represented his community for a long time, and he did very well. So congratulations for Sid. You've inspired people as me as well. So you're a good person. So the final five has come to celebrate like in a conversational way that they have been in the final five. So we have Marley, Daniel, Ari, Christina, and SJ and the final five. These people have been going a lot, doing a lot in this game. We've seen their histories, and it's coming down to final three. There will be two more that needs to be cut off from the game. So going head into the next episode, it will be an interesting one because I know who went home and I'm excited to witness his eviction. Oh yeah. So for me, my thoughts, it was really unfortunate for Sid to go home. I really have rooted for him, but his downfall on nominating Tilly and Marley was his downfall. I really said it. I knew it. If he didn't, if he didn't cast a no vote to nominate these people, he would, I think, still be there longer. And yeah, he was very apparent on evicting Christina the night before, and Ari did too. So and Marley did too. So if Christina had been gone from the previous episode, and Adriana would Adriana in the other side, I think Sid wouldn't have him go home. If Ari won the challenge earlier in the game and Adriana is still there, I think that I don't know. It will be having we will have a change of events here. So I don't know if he'll still be there, but we'll see. So they should have voted out Adriana. I know they should have voted out Christina because she rocked that challenge instead of Adriana from the past episode. So I think they have kind of regretted that part for Christina from the lowest point of her position to the highest of her abilities. She became the top. She she's the first one to went to the final five, and now guys, we're down to the final five. Who will be at the final four and in the final three? Who are you rooting for from this part of the game? Who do you want to win? Who are the people who don't want to win? So comment down below your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts as well. So that's it, guys. I'm excited to see what episode 29. It's gonna be exciting, of course. So, guys, this has been Marhel Reacts. Just follow me on Twitch, Marhel P, YouTube, Marhel Reacts, and on Twitter at underscore MarXXP. This is my episode 28 reaction of Big Brother Australia. Thank you guys for watching. See you again soon. This is Marhel Reacts. God bless you guys. Thank you. Bye bye.